In FIFA 22, Ben Chilwell was 83 overall with 86 potential. Fast forward 3 years later and he is now 78 overall with only 79 potential. Today we save Ben Chilwell's career, but not in the normal way. We are going to give him the Gareth Bale treatment and convert Ben Chilwell into one of the best wingers in the world. Kicking off season 1, and we are of course on loan at Crystal Palace, coming in as a 76 overall right winger at 27 years of age. Of course, training is going to be absolutely crucial to Ben Chilwell's growth. Kicking off the first game of the season, and we do come up against Brentford, coming on as a substitute of course, this time as a left winger. Mateta would open the scoring with a penalty, putting it into the top of the net to make it of course 1-0. Ben Chilwell would step up for a free kick though, however it did go straight into the wall, not causing any problems. We also had another little chance here, but it was straight at the keeper. Although the game would turn on its head as Brentford managed to get some nice chances, managing to finish one of course to equalise at 1-1. And later on Embremo would also get another penalty, of course putting it into the back of the net to make it 2-1 for Brentford. Although thankfully we would get another penalty with Mateta, and he did manage to smash it into the back of the net of course to equalise the game at 2-2, and that is how the game would end. And unfortunately not that impressive for Ben Chilwell, although it's got to be expected, coming away with a 6.3 rating out of 10 this game. Second game of the season, and we did come up against West Ham, still coming on as a substitute, although this time actually coming on as a right winger. And it was another game of penalties, Mateta stepping up with the first one, of course managing to slot it home to make it 1-1. Ben Chilwell would try and get involved, managing to get through here, dinking it out to the wing, making a nice little bit of play actually, who's passed it inside. Unfortunately though, he does hit the post, although it was a good bit of play. Although Falkrog stepped up with the second penalty of the game, of course slotting it home, and we did end up losing the game actually at 2-1. And a bit more impressive from Ben Chilwell, walking away with a 7 rating. The third game of the season would be in the Carabao Cup up against Luton. It was not the best start for Ben Chilwell, managing to get a little chance here, although blasting it straight at the defender. We did get another one, a very good chance, although we did put it wide, although he would make up for it later on in the game, managing to smash a ball into the back of the net to score his first goal as a winger, making it 1-0 for Crystal Palace. And later on he would get involved yet again, playing through Mateta, managing to power his way through, and of course putting it into the back of the net to get an assist for Ben Chilwell to make it 2-0, of course winning the game at 2-0. And Ben Chilwell walking away with a lovely 8.6 rating out of 10 and securing his place into the starting 11. 4 games into the season now, and Crystal Palace are currently sat in 5th place, and Ben Chilwell is now up to a 77 overall, starting to gradually improve, although still yet to find his feet as a winger, as he is still only walking away with those 1 goals and 1 assist. Into the round of 16 of the Carabao Cup as we come up against Manchester United, and we do actually manage to beat them 2-1. Into the quarter final, and we do have Manchester City in what's going to be a very tough game, and we do completely get obliterated 4-1, although Ben Chilwell managing to score. Halfway through the season now, and Crystal Palace have dropped down into 13th place. Ben Chilwell though now up to a 79 overall, slowly but surely adapting to that winger position, and that shows in his stats as he is getting a lot more involved. 6 assists and 4 goals in 26 games for his first season as a winger is not bad at all. Into the round of 16 of the FA Cup, we come up against Nottingham Forest, and we do manage to beat them 3-1. Into the quarter finals as we come up against Tottenham, and we do actually manage to beat them 2-1 with Ben Chilwell scoring the winner. Into the semi-finals, and we have that tough game yet again up against Manchester City, and we do actually manage to get through with Ben Chilwell scoring the winner again to make it 3-2. That of course means we are into the final of the FA Cup, and we come up against Fulham, and there was just 1 goal in it, and it came from the man on the mission to of course win the FA Cup, and that is Ben Chilwell. That seemed to be his main goal, and he did of course make it 1-0, of course managing to win the game at 1-0 and capturing his first trophy of the video. Finishing the season now, and Crystal Palace have managed to finish in 12th place, although of course they have managed to pick up the FA Cup this season. Ben Chilwell though has had an unbelievable season of growth, now up to an 83 overall winger, and I'm not gonna lie, he has had an unreal season. 19 goals and 12 assists in 51 games. Has just been an unbelievable second half of the season for Ben Chilwell. Unfortunately though, we haven't got any offers from any other clubs, so we are going to have to extend our loan at Crystal Palace. So of course, kicking off season 2, and we do have the Community Shield up against Arsenal, and this proved to be a very tough game. Arsenal getting through straight away with Bukayo Saka, of course managing to put it into the back of the net to make it 1-0 very early on for Arsenal. Ben Chilwell though answering back, managing to get through, blasting at the keeper and getting quite lucky as he did get the rebound, of course, to equalise the game at 1-1. Bukayo Saka would respond yet again though with an unfortunate header, dropping straight to him, of course, to make the game 2-1 for Arsenal. Ben Chilwell though managing to get through, of course, coming 1-on-1 with the keeper, and he did slot it into the back of the net to of course equalise the game at 2-2. And later on in the game there would be a lovely ball over the top to Ben Chilwell, and he did slot it home to of course get a hat-trick and make it 3-2 for Crystal Palace. And that would be all she wrote as the game finished at 3-2. And Ben Chilwell of course managing to get a hat-trick as he picks up his second trophy of the video. 4 games into the season, and it has been a pretty good start for Crystal Palace as they are sat in 4th place. And Ben Chilwell just keeps growing. He is now up to an 84 overall, and it has been a very good season so far. 5 goals and 2 assists in 8 games. What an unbelievable start. Halfway through the season, and I don't know how Crystal Palace are doing it, but they are keeping very close to Liverpool as they are sat in 2nd place. Unfortunately though, we did get knocked out extremely early on in the Carabao Cup, losing 1-0 to Norwich, and we actually had European football this season in the Europa League. However, we are sat in 14th place. Ben Chilwell now up to an insane 86 overall. All his stats are starting to look green. He's dropped off a little bit this season, however still walking away with 9 goals and 9 assists in 30 appearances is still pretty impressive. Into the round of 16 of the Europa League as we come up against Monaco. Unfortunately though, we do lose the first leg 1-0, and even though we put up a good effort, we do get knocked out, losing 5-3 on aggregate. Finishing the season now, and Crystal Palace have managed to finish the league sitting in 3rd place, of course qualifying for the next year's Champions League. Unfortunately though, we did get knocked out of the FA Cup again very early on, losing 3-2 to Birmingham, and of course getting knocked out of the Europa League, losing 5-3 on aggregate. Ben Chilwell though now up to an 88 overall at 29 years of age, and his stats are starting to look pretty insane. Also walking away with an extremely impressive 22 goals and 16 assists in 54 appearances this season. What an unbelievable season for Ben Chilwell, and that has grabbed the attention of Juventus, and I'm not gonna lie, we are gonna move there. So of course season 3 starts off with Ben Chilwell getting a big move to Juventus. Kicking off our first season at Juventus, and we do come up against Atalanta. There was just 1 goal in it, and of course it came from the new signing Ben Chilwell, managing to get through way too early to of course make it 1-0, of course winning the game at 1-0. 4 games into the season now, and Juventus are 4 for 4, of course sitting top of the league, and it's been a pretty good start so far for Ben Chilwell. 3 goals and 1 assist in just 7 games. Halfway through the season now, and Juventus are still leading the way in 1st place, 10 points above 2nd place AC Milan. We are of course into the semi-finals of the Super Cup as we come up against Fiorentina, although the Champions League is not going the best as we are sat in 17th place. Ben Chilwell now though up to a 90 overall, slowly becoming one of the best wingers in the world. I mean, his stats are looking pretty insane, and what a first half of the season that has been so far. 11 goals and 6 assists in 27 games for Ben Chilwell. Of course moving on, and we are into the semi-finals up against Fiorentina, and we did manage to win the game 2-0. That of course gives us a ticket to the final where we come up against Inter Milan, and again there was just 1 goal in it, although this time coming from Lewis Openda, managing to get past the defender and of course putting it into the back of the net in the 40th minute to make it 1-0, and capturing yet another trophy for Ben Chilwell. Into the round of 16 of the Coppa Italia, and we did manage to beat them 4-2. Of course into the quarter final as we come up against Lazio, and it's another win as we beat them 3-2. Into the semi-final, and we come up against Napoli, and we actually get destroyed 3-0, and we tried to fight back in the second leg, although it was not enough. We do lose 3-1 in aggregate. Moving back into Champions League action though, we are into the round of 16 up against Bayern Munich, and we do actually lose the first leg 3-2, although the second leg is a huge one from us as we managed to beat them 4-3 on aggregate. Into the quarter final, and we have a surprise surprising opponent in West Ham, and we actually beat them 2-1 in the first leg, and in the second leg we do beat them again 2-0. In the semi-finals we do come up against AC Milan, and it's a good start to the first leg. We beat them 2-0. We do actually lose the second leg, although it was just not enough as we beat them 3-2 on aggregate. That of course though means we are into the final, and we do come up against Real Madrid. It is the biggest game of Ben Chilwell's rebuild, of course starting as a winger in the final up against Real Madrid. Ben Chilwell has got a bit of space down this wing, he's just dribbling all about, goes for goal. That's an easy save though for the keeper. Nice, Ben Chilwell again up this wing. Oh, Camavinga though straight on him. Nice, it is just Ben Chilwell against Camavinga this game. Oh, he's absolutely skied it. Ben Chilwell again up against Camavinga just before the half. Dribbling back, he could put a nice ball in here. That's an unbelievable ball. What an awful header though that is from Guerrero, and it's half time at 0-0. Oh no, Real Madrid could be on the attack. Through to Valverde, that's a nice ball through to Mbappe. What a save, it's back to Brahim, and what a save again from Pickford. Nice bit of pressure that is from Openda. Openda is one-on-one with the keeper, and Openda slots at home in the 67th minute to make it 1-0. What a goal that was. Ben Chilwell up this wing, he seemingly wants to get involved. It's still Ben Chilwell. Cutting inside, cutting back again. Camavinga's just on his case. Still Chilwell. Goes for goal, and eventually he gets what he wants. He scores the winning goal in the Champions League final to make it 2-0 for Juventus. And there we go, game over, and Ben Chilwell has managed to win the Champions League with Juventus. Not even as a fullback, as a winger. 2-0, managing to score the winning goal. And of course, there we go, it's another trophy for Ben Chilwell, and it is the biggest one by far in the Champions League. Also walking away with yet another trophy, as we have completely obliterated the league with 95 points. And that of course means we've actually won the treble this season, the Super Cup, the Champions League and the league with Juventus. And Ben Chilwell now up to a stupid 92 overall. His stats are completely green across the board. He is looking pretty insane. It's a shame about the skill moves and the weak foot, but I mean, we cannot knock him at all. 30 years of age, and he is looking by far the best winger in the world. Also walking away with 29 goals and 15 assists in 63 games. Walking away with a treble with Juventus. What an insane season for Ben Chilwell. And we could top it off absolutely perfect, as we do have the Ballon d'Or. Can we win it with Ben Chilwell? And we do. I don't know how on earth we have done that, but Ben Chilwell has been converted from a left back into a right winger and managing to win the Ballon d'Or within just 3 seasons. Ben Chilwell's career has most definitely been saved.